Welcome to another episode of my Motortown playthrough. Today we are back in Gappa again, and you are never going to guess what we are going to do today. What could it be? Yes, we are going to go for garbage truck stuff again, because I realized that we now have garbage around places in the new areas. So I don't know when this was added. It might have been with the last update since it also gave us the landfill. But yeah, I guess this is why it's in here now. The important question is going to be if some of the stuff here is actually even worth going for. If it's all the same value as up here, it might not be that useful. But yeah, we also have trash at the refinery, trash in Guangjin, which I'm not going to go for. I hope this is going to be enough to fill up the truck, otherwise you might need to go with a partial load here. Because I think going down to the refinery with the garbage truck, it's a bit too long of a trip for what I have in mind for today. So I hope the stuff over here pays a bit better. I hope they have the ability now to just adjust the pay based on the location. Because otherwise you are best off just sticking to Jeju Island for the garbage collection. I mean, it's always nice to have a bit of variety, but it should be, it should be comparable with the payout compared to just how much work you put into it. So Gipper might actually not be the best location for this, since it's not that far away from the landfill. I mean, the trip is still going to be quite a bit longer than for some of the locations around Jeju Island to the power plant over there. But we'll just have to see. I was also considering maybe making a follow-up video to my recent update video that I did. Because honestly, while I think that a lot of the stuff they have added with 7.7 on the testing branch so far is a step up, I think it kind of falls short in a few areas. And I made a few different suggestions to the stuff that they actually addressed this time around, going a bit further with some of the mechanics. So things like bus improvements, the vehicle spawn menu improvements. I actually had a little mock-up version for a completely customized thing where you can set your own vehicle classes, because I think that would be a huge improvement, since you can have the same vehicle for multiple purposes, just buying multiple of them. It would definitely be more useful than having some of the vehicle classes like carts, where there's really only one vehicle in there, and yeah, there isn't all that much that you can do with it. I apparently missed one trash pack over there, so we're gonna have to go back there once more. And what was the other big thing here? We have the buses, we have vehicle spawn menu, and oh yeah, the workshop. I mean, I don't remember doing much for the workshop, but in the end, yeah, that could definitely do with a private option as well, so that you can just share with yourself on maybe a different character and stuff like that. And just try out a few tunes or save them up for events and that kind of stuff. That really shouldn't be just all be put into the workshop. It's just gonna be a mess from that. I'm kind of blanking on it right now. I think there was another thing that got quite a bit of attention, but I just can't think of it right now. And that's the reason why I do preparation for that kind of video. I would definitely need to get a few screenshots of the stuff that I put onto the Discord already so that I can show you guys all that, but it would also help me refresh my memory on it, because thinking about this kind of stuff while trying to record, trying to also talk about things at the same time, yeah, something just get lost at that point. Mostly me. I'm lost. I. Okay, here we go. But yeah, the gist of what that video would be is that, yeah, the stuff that they are doing right now is pretty good. I like that they are addressing a few of the things that have been shortcomings of the old content. But I think also a few things could have been taken a few more steps ahead. So while the updates are good, that they are adding a few more features and adding polish, it just doesn't really go far enough right now. And I hope that they are going to take the testing phase in order to add a few more things to that was the wrong button I was supposed to compress. I hope they add a few more of those features in the same line of things that they've done right now, instead of just leaving it as that, because, well, it would be really nice having a few more things in this game that are like fully finished. I would really need to check more on stuff right now. This is so annoying, because I know that there was another big thing I wanted to talk about and I just completely am not getting it in my head right now. Oh, that's a nice treehouse. Didn't notice that before. Let's see, there are a few more things over here, but yeah, we might just barely get above half full. Vegan Gin is definitely not an option for me. I don't think I'll ever be going there with a trash truck, even though I have my campy there again. I actually accidentally moved it from Vegan Gin at some point. And I'm glad that we now get the preview of where any spawned vehicle is right now, because that's definitely going to help. Get in there. The thing is, I had to travel back there in order to put the campy back in place, and I was planning on doing another bit of bus driving, taking the passengers from Gwangjin back to Gappa Terminal. But honestly, after just going there one time, I was kinda done. I don't enjoy that part that much, so going back and forth is something that I don't see myself doing. Oops, I guess there are a few people waiting for me. But hey, not every single bit of content needs to be for me, so that's all perfectly fine. Okay, a few more trash bags there. I think there's another one over there, so we get to 6 out of 10. I mean, good enough for a quick testing video here, just to see how much stuff we can get, but I would definitely like a few more locations here, which are going to come at some point. But yeah, there's nothing else in Reach that has any trash, so yeah. I could have maybe gone to the refinery from the get-go, and there might be something else to do later down the line, but not today. I mean, going from the refinery back to this place in order to fill up, it shouldn't take too much time. Let me take another quick look at the map right now. We are over here. We need to go up here, come back around. So there is quite a bit of a journey actually with all of this, but yeah, it's definitely longer than going from Gangyang to the power plant. So I hope we get better pay for that. We'll see about it. But yeah, I guess we are done with Gappa over here. Nothing else is coming up. I should maybe also do some of the vehicle rescues at some point. There are quite a few that are just stuck somewhere, actually 2 SPT-1 trailers. Can I stack them? But yeah, besides all of this, I've been trying to update some of my bus routes a bit. I have to see how well that all performs. The one thing I'm not really too sure about right now is the new mud that they are using. I like that we now have an official connection between the south end of Gappa and the medium trail and all of this. But honestly, this road, it's having such a weird effect. Like you have no grip at all, but your wheels are also not spinning around and yeah, just going very slowly through that. It's not really all that interesting, and a lot of vehicles just can't do it at all. So I'm not entirely sure if I really want to go on that trail and do stuff there, or if I'm just better off ignoring it. Because even vehicles that can deal with that, it's just not all that interesting. Driving around here, you at least have to take care of some stuff, but going on there, it's kind of the opposite of being on rails, but it also is about just as interesting. So I'm not really sure if it's for me, really. But yeah, one little update on what I talked about in the last video. I mentioned that the shortcut there is going to change how much pay you get for jobs going into Gwangjin from the lumber mill, particularly in the Meiti. But actually the game still calculates the long way around. And considering how that how that road is working out, that's definitely the better way of handling things. By the way, I'm really happy with the new total road feature. So much better. And I tried using the Meiti on that mud road. I wasn't really going anywhere with that. It worked out for a while, but somewhere around the middle there is one incline that I just couldn't do with it. And I don't know if it would be worth it. I think at this point the better solution for people who want to make a lot of money with that would be trying to find another way around. So still not going the full way around on the road and then on the dirt road through Medium, but also not taking the mud road and just getting stuck there. But I would be really interested in hearing what you guys think about that. It's just that, yeah, there was a shortcut beforehand, but now that new road for a lot of vehicles, it might as well be a brick wall. It's just gonna stop you from doing anything. Also I noticed a lot more trees around the places. It feels like the trek up to the coal mine has been overgrown a bit. That's all pretty alright. Also for some reason the water texture vanished on a lot of the ponds here. But yeah, I guess it should be back with the next update. I've certainly gotten a few feedback points on the stuff and I hope they can get to some of it quickly. And I would also really like to see a few more vehicles, particularly some of the potentially boring additions, to be honest. I just want more cars for the traffic right now. So more regular civilian cars without too much of a purpose. Maybe slightly sporty and I mean just if you buy them, if you upgrade them, you give them purpose, but nothing for transportation per se. Apart from of course taxi work. But I have no idea what they are cooking up right now for that kind of thing. Also just a short flatbed trailer in the same kind of style as the dump trailer and all of that. That would be cool. Maybe also a Jimusi flatbed, I think that would be really useful for some of the jobs. I would still prefer if we could just respec some of the trucks that we already have, like turning the Jimusi logging version into just a flatbed truck. Right now, I honestly am considering to maybe sell the original Jimusi. I don't have that much of a purpose for it anymore. I much prefer using the semi and the short logging truck in order to get my logs from the oak area. I feel like for the kind of amount of work that you put in there, getting 4 logs instead of 2 is much more appropriate. Also, they still haven't fixed the stack size on the regular flatbed trailers and I think also the Vamos. So that's the drive-in trailer. Planks used to be able to be stacked up to 9 and now it's only 6, and from what I heard from Raging, who has done the whole math on the cargo reward scaling thing, we are getting paid as if we were able to stack up to 9 of them. So we are underpaid for the stuff and we also get to only transport a smaller fraction of it. Okay, it's a large fraction of the total amount. It's still 2/3, but we are not getting the full payout and it just kinda sucks. So I might have to bump up that bug report again, clarify that it's still a thing in this version of the game, or I might just write a new one up. But it's really annoying that this thing hasn't been fixed. The logging trailers have been taken care of, but yeah. For a few updates they have ignored this bug report. So I don't know what's the best way about making them aware of that again. Because they might not look that closely at something that has been bumped up a few times, since they read it already, presumably. But these are the kind of things that I would really like to be fixed, and yeah. I don't like being annoying about this kind of stuff, but sometimes it just has to be, I guess. I mean, hey, there's still that whole motorcycle update thing where they want a stronger engine for the Gunfo, and despite it already being the most upvoted thing ever on that Discord, they still keep bumping it up. Unless the mods have locked it finally or something. Okay, let's stick to the right side. And we are just going to go down here and hope for a decent payout. If this is the exact same amount as for other trips, then, I mean, compared to how much stuff we have right now, then it's not gonna be too amazing. I think the payout for the other trash bags on Lijo Island is like 480 per bag. Okay, handbrake and let's go. Trash bag 25, 10k. That doesn't look good. That seems to be, I mean, let me just get my calculator out real quick. I have it lying around here anyway, so I mean that should be really easy math. But I'm currently cooking in my own apartment, so that's of course only 400. So yeah, not too happy about that. I mean, I only went to Gappa, so that's not too far away. I should really take the trash tag to the refinery, see how much I get from that, but this wasn't really that profitable. About 10k for the kind of work. It's alright. We also get a bit of town bonus, so it's not really too bad. The thing right now is that I'm saying that the payouts are bad, but I'm not really having much to base it off because I'm not really comparing it to a lot of things actively. It just always feels like I should have gotten more for the stuff that I did here. But yeah, the real test is going to be if taking it to the refinery is going to result in a higher payout. And honestly, at this point, not gonna do that. Not gonna do that. But what I should really do is just get like 3, 4, 5 more campies for more spawn points around the island, just so that I can take the stuff anywhere I want and go from there. I think it might be pretty interesting if I wait for a bit so that we get more trash at Gappa again, then take it to the refinery. It's very unlikely that this is going to fill up the truck completely. Yeah, would really need much more than that. And then from here we take it to Gappa, take what we can get, and then the truck should actually be full. And that should also allow us to see if some of the trash bags are just worth more than others. But yeah, that's definitely going to be something for another episode. I should have maybe also taken something more nimble from here. Another thing that I'm really curious about when it comes to the game development right now is we've seen the addition of a few new areas here. We not only have mud road that I talked about so much here, but we also recently or semi-recently got this addition. We now have a little harbor down here, and I think there should also be some road connections to here. Potentially also this one right here. There's still this thing that hasn't ever been used for anything. And also, of course, the new landfill, and it's just going into a different part of OG now. I wonder how that's going to progress. I think there are going to be a few more additions to the road network with upcoming new updates. I know that Betty is working amazingly fast on this kind of stuff, so really interested in what she's cooking up for us. I hope it's not gonna be too many more mud roads for the time being though. Yeah, I still have to figure out what I want to do with them. I'm not fully decided. And yeah, I should also try out doing more bus driving now with a new system in place. Just to see how that's all going. But yeah, that's for another update. Another video, I mean. And I'm just gonna end the episode by refreshing all my buses since we've just been talking about them and they are apparently not doing too well. Also, yeah, I don't know if I mentioned in the update video, but some of the buses, namely the Lilliput and Air City, now have places for people to stand in. So I think this only had like two more additions or additional places for passengers, but yeah, that's a nice addition for the system. I wonder if it's just going to take the last few people who join in there or who enter the bus if it's getting full, or if maybe people who don't have um, um, comfort requirement, if those are also being or if those are just being, if those are just going to take the stand-up places instead of being seated. There, that's a sentence. But yeah, I'm going to end the episode here before my brain melts completely. It's feeling mighty smooth already, I can tell you guys. So yeah, that's it for the time being. Thanks for watching, take care, have a good one, and till next time. Bye bye.